Hello, 6th grade. How are you? It's me again, your English teacher, Waad Rashid from Ru'al Farouk Academy. The outcomes of our lesson for today. Students should be able to recognize the new ideas in the text, know the meaning of new words, and answer some questions about the text. In the last lesson, we have talked about Bangkok, that it was the capital of Thailand, and we have said that it was the busiest cities in the world, one of the busiest cities in the world. Also, we have talked about tuk-tuks, that they are one of the quickest and cheapest ways of getting about the city. And it's easy to recognize because it has only 3 wheels. It's easy to use because it has just 3 wheels. Okay, let's continue reading about tuk-tuks. Listen carefully. There are a few things that you need to know about tuk-tuks. They are very powerful and they can go quite fast. They will always take you where you want to go more quickly than a taxi because the drivers go between the cars and buses on the road. It can be quite scary. One other thing that you need to remember, if you agree the price for your journey before you start, you won't have to argue with the driver at the end. Okay, let me ask you some questions. Look, what do you need to know about tuk-tuk? Excellent. They are very powerful and they can go quite fast. Number 2. Quote a sentence which indicates that tuk-tuks better than cars. Excellent. They will always take you where you want to go more quickly than a taxi. Excellent. Number 3. Why the tuk-tuk is more quickly than a taxi? Why? Bravo! Because the drivers go between the cars and buses. Okay, and don't forget that if you agree the price for your journey before you start, you won't have to argue with the driver at the end. يعني لازم تتفقوا على السعر من البداية. Okay? Let's continue reading. The newest, quickest, and cleanest way of getting about the city is to take the sky train. Many years ago, Bangkok had trams to take people through the city. They were slow, and when more and more cars came onto the streets, the trams started to make the traffic really bad. So they took the trams off the streets. Then the Bangkok transit system began and looked at ways of making it easier to get about the city. Their big idea was to build a very different kind of tram. And in 1999, the first part of the SkyTrain opened. This train really looks like something out of the future. It runs above the city and the traffic below. The SkyTrain can't take you everywhere in Bangkok, but it has already got 23rd stations and carries 50,000 people every hour. The trains are electric, so they don't cause much pollution. They are also very comfortable and you can usually find a seat. Question number 1.
What are the advantages of SkyTrain? Advantages means حسنات أو النقاط الإيجابية. What are the advantages? Excellent, the newest, quickest and cleanest way of getting about the city. Number 2. What happened when more and more cars came onto the street? What happened? Bravo! The trams started to make the traffic really bad. Traffic means أزمة سير. Question number 3. The train didn't cause much pollution. Explain. Explain وضح. أو why. لماذا? Excellent. The answer is because the trains are electric. Electric means كهربائي. Question number 4. Can the sky trains take you everywhere? Excellent. No, they can't. Number 5. Quote a sentence which indicates that SkyTrain is an easy way to take a rest. Rest means راحة أو مريح. Excellent. They are also very comfortable and you can usually find a seat.
Let's do this exercise. Read the article again and write T for tuk-tuk or S for sky train. If the sentence talked about tuk-tuk, you should write T. But if the sentence talked about sky train, you should write S. Number 1. You can get frightened on this. Frightened means خائف. Maybe you can get frightened on this. It's talk about what? Excellent, tuk-tuk. Number 2. It doesn't go all over the city. Doesn't go all over the city. So it's excellent, sky train. Number 3. You have to decide with the driver how much the journey will cost. Let's talk about excellent, tuk-tuk. Number 4. It's good for the environment. Environment means البيئة. Good أو صديقة البيئة. So it's talk about excellent, sky train. It took the place of another kind of transport. What is it? Excellent, it's a sky train. And the last one, you always sit down to travel. You always sit down to travel. So it's talked about tuk-tuk. Excellent. Okay, we have finished our lesson for today. Be ready for the next class.